Hello, Internet, and welcome to the finale of Adventures in Space, Space Engineers Survival Series. Figured we'd start up here, kinda take a little wander around, check out our alien base one last time. We're in the sorta upper relaxation observation area, looking out over the ice lake. See the hole for the iron, another hole that was for something else. Yeah, we've got our wind turbines up there spinning away. This couch that I really never used. I'll sit in the couch. See, you don't have as good of a view of the lake from the couch, so it's kind of a mere point. But yeah. All very nice. I do love the view from up here, I really do. You can see just down there our fuel refinery down on the island. Churning away. Now is, I think the elevator, yeah. Elevator is up here. We'll ride our elevator. If we can close the door. So special as we sink into the dark abyss. And there is the drop. Just kind of helps you build a strong neck, that one. As we hurtle down. Try and keep a decent amount of door in the shot so people don't get motion sick. Ah, yes. Bouncy elevator or ominous tunnel. God, we've been here a while, it feels like. I mean, we have. I forget what episode. I'll probably put it up on the screen because I'll be able to check when I'm editing this. At the moment, I have no idea how many episodes I've been here on the alien planet. That might be something cool to see, how many episodes I was on each place. But pull that up just so I know when I can open up the door. There we go. Yeah, we've got our sort of cafe area, which we didn't spend a ton of time in. Views of our hangar. Open to the sun. Which isn't quite right all the time, but it's good for now. Got a little control station overlooking the manufacturing room. Yeah, quite nice. Little toilets. Can't close the door, but, you know. We care about, no privacy. I was about to say we care about privacy, but that's not quite it. Our med bay. The factory floor in here. Just taking it all in. Because, as many of you are already aware, today's the day we leave. We're going on an adventure. Say bye on the couches. Sat there many a time, waiting for things to process or recharge. And the hangar. Second thing we built here. The first thing we built here that was where it is now. As we had a little temporary base. Come out, the yellow submarine, which has come from Mars. The miner is down there. Let's go back through the base and walk out the correct way. In fact, you know, no need to leave the door open when I'm gone. And so much steel that took. It's a very big door. It's way bigger than it should be, but I wanted the big open doorway. Back through. We've been through this many a time. I ran down it. I want to walk down it. To really experience the lighting, how you can just barely see the roof above us. Yeah, this place was sort of the pinnacle, I'd say, of my base building. feel like I did a lot of stuff here that I've kind of learned over the years. Over a year that I've been doing this. Then on board, the metal is a little darker than I feel like I remember it being, but on board the modified up to modern snuff Yellow Submarine. So, our batteries are full. We have a reactor on board, which is chock-a-block full of uranium, though we have burned a bit. So I produced, yeah. I broke down a bunch of extra missiles and ammo and stuff that we don't need. We'll leave that in the assembler. We'll have all our uranium in there. I'll show you, so I've packed up already the small cargo container. We've got all the ammo we have, kind of here. I brought a few missiles just in case we find some use for them. Brought some money to pay off bribes and whatnot. Some of these things for fun. Some better tools. A bunch of parachutes that we can put in the miner so that we can sort of parachute down to planets and save fuel. But yeah. It's pretty nice. I don't go up here. So I think... I'm trying to think through if there's anything else I need to do while I'm here. Oh. Does I lag a bit? Is there... No, it was just the visuals. Too much color coming in. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. I think I'm ready to go. So, without further ado, I'm not departing. We're going to the ice station to fill up on that. Oh, nope. Uh-oh. Okay. Whew, that was scary. That would have been a bad way to start this off. I forgot. Batteries. Off recharge, please. Now we're good. God, I'm glad I didn't move so far and I couldn't reconnect. That would have been if we're being honest, I would have probably just reloaded. Super Gremlin, that's alright. I would just start it over at that point, because, my god, I want to at least make it off of the alien planet. Okay, let's turn off our HUD and be immersed. Does look pretty mean with the artillery gun up, or assault gun up there. The sort of blockhouse is very blocky. More so than I'd like, but it's kind of what I can do to... I'd rather have it blocky than have holes in the deck that are, you know, large and not the small holes in the grating. We've got ions everywhere. The reactor should help us keep all our batteries and the jump drive charged up and ready to go. When we're in space, we'll probably be operating on ion with hydrogen just to kind of kick us along. Hopefully we won't have to use too much of it running away from things. But I do have good confidence that I can outrun most things, or out-accelerate most things, and that's kind of what outrunning means in Space Engineers, because we all have the same maximum speed. Okay. So, lock her down. What are... Oh, you're still that Super Gremlin. It was pretty ballsy. I was like, yeah, this isn't an issue, and then proceeded to turn my HUD off without verifying where it was flying in relation to me. I could have... If it were flying right over here, I would have, I could have had an issue. Whee. Okay. So, the ice we got... Oh, free, please. Those are in a bad spot. The ice we got should be mostly... I mean, I let it sit for quite a while. I'm pretty sure there's no more ice. Yeah. So we've used all that up. There is in the tanks, yeah, so 57 and 52. So together, that should be enough to fill the one large tank I have on there, top up all the other tanks, and I should be good. Is there anything I actually need to do down here? I don't think so. Let's go ahead. Go ahead and turn off. Oh no, we're off stockpile. Perfect. Go ahead and move the miner up. There's no way we can leave this after everything it's been through. Up to your place of honor on the deck. Okay. Whoops. I fell off. There we go. So, it should be good. I'm just real quick gonna... Yeah, we barely used any, but I'll set it to stockpile just so we don't accidentally burn its fuel. And then I guess... go on board here. I have a button for it. Yeah, here. Stockpile our tanks. Here we go. Tank. So those are dropping quick. Where is our biggin? It's nearly full. Okay. Okay. Our large hydrogen tank is full. Oxygen tank is full. Everything is full. These have just a smidgen left in them, but that's fine. They'll be here for the next person. Okay. Well, not much to do. I guess this is it. Okay. One last look at the base. The tower. That there. Kinda seeing through some of the rock, which isn't quite right, but, you know, that's how it goes. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. So, those are on. Thrusters on. Tanks off for recharge. Switching over. Unlocking. Lifting up. What does this do? Oh, that turns off my hydrogen thrusters again. Well, that's fine. I don't need those. Okay. So, I guess, without further ado, do I know where... So my first stop is the moon of this planet, and I have no idea where that is. I don't think I'm near it. So, I think first steps first, nose up, thrusters to full. Oh, my view isn't great. Okay. Turn off dampeners so that we aren't burning excess, and away we go. So long, alien base. How I will miss ye. Oh. No, I have a GPS for the base. Cliff base. Let's roll that back until I'm... There we go. Just a little more. I want to just barely be pushing against the speed limit. And we're going a bit the wrong way. Let's straighten ourselves out. We were going a bit, down based on our ship orientation. From where I was angling up without dampeners on. This is the one downside. They seem to have messed up the, turning off the... turning on an override doesn't cause the thrusters to push back against you facing the opposite direction. Now, it used to work, but now it is, well, not. Okay. So, those are some planets. That's Mars right above us. Earth down there. And then that is probably Triton. The ice planet. Can I see a moon? I do not. I can roll my thrust back a bit. I need to be a little bit more cautious with this. I'm gonna burn through a lot more than I need to otherwise. Though, I should be good once I'm in space so long as I don't have to go down to too many planets in this thing. So long as I can send the miner down on parachutes and then use its hydrogen to boost back up later, I should be a-okay. Wow. It's been a long time since I've been up in space in this series. You kind of forget that, you know, everything you're doing is a very small dot in a very large space. Okay. We've got power out the wazoo. Looks like we're good. Let's go ahead. Switch off the Atmos, switch on the ions. We aren't using them, but just to have them. Keep the thrust slowly rolling back. Dang, unfortunate. Oh, no, moon sighted. Okay, just off the horizon. We have moonrise. I guess it's sort of rising from our... It's weird when you're the one moving, creating the rise of the moon. I don't know if it's still rising or setting or what. But we have moon off the port bottom bow. Naval terminology isn't really in 3 dimensions. Oh nope. We need a little bit of juice. Okay, so what I should be able to do is clear gravity, and I'll be at a decent angle to jump over to that moon. Through the around the gravity of the planet. Because it's the one thing, of course, jump drives can't go into gravity, so I have to be able to jump around it. Okay, it looks like we'll have used 10% to make it up. And luckily, the alien planet is the second highest to Pertram for planetary gravity, and Pertram is probably our last stop because it's the furthest away. So, we should be a-okay fuel-wise, even if we have to get on other planets. Especially considering we can do our maneuvering up here with Ion. There's not too much going on screen-wise. I'd, chat more. Well, not chat. I am chatting more. I'd show more, but there's not a whole lot to show. Just planet slowly getting further away. Me very slowly pulling back the throttle so that we save as much hydrogen as we can. You can watch the number of that unknown signal shoot up. That's exciting. That gives a decent measure of how far we are above the ground, too. Because, yeah. So we are roughly 38 kilometers up from the cliff base. And we're very near the edge of the gravity well now. Watch from here. Here is not very impressive. That's impressive. Look at that. Oh yeah. Maybe roll into the sun. Well, ignore the moon for now. Now I think that sort of big smudge kind of right above the ship, how I have it positioned now, I think that might be our home. That's hard to tell. It doesn't... I don't feel like we came this far this way, but we may have. Drifted. Dunno. Either way. Okay. 0.05. Here in a moment. We should depart gravity. I discovered secret inventors. Okay. The Skiv. Well, I don't really want to interact with your secret inventions much. Let's turn off the thrust override. We'll keep drifting here for a second, because that's fine. Let's get ourselves nosed in at the moon. Okay. We are pretty well aligned. Hydrogen ion. Yeah, let's go ahead and stop. I don't know if this is going to always be the best move. Ideally, I just kind of keep coasting. But I think this should be alright. We can cut off our hydrogen. And... okay. So we should be at the moon. I don't think I'll need the full jump range to get there. Yep, cannot be used to jump into natural gravity. That is fine. Let's knock her back to 1,000 kilometers? No. Let's try... I don't know for sure the distance between any of these things. So I'm just gonna have to eyeball it. Okay. Well, this is a good sign, because this means we've got the range to do a lot of traveling. Okay, I think my issue is that I'm still in the planet's gravity. Or not in, but my path is still gonna push me through the gravity to get to the planet. Because I am... oh no, that's the wrong way. So 5 kilometers. I can jump 5 kilometers. Again, I don't think that helps me. I can't jump 25. Could try doing it kind of... just keep raising my nose up until it's cool with me. It's not very cool with me. Yeah, I think this is the... I'm still trying to jump through the gravity sphere of the planet. Oh, there we are. Kind of right about there. Okay, so it'll be 2 jumps to get there, but it's a very low-powered jump, so that shouldn't be a big issue. Okay, first jump. Here we go. There we are. So now... dang it, still natural gravity. Yeah. We'll just do another one, see how far we go. Days of power still. Now, okay, 3 hours when it's recharging the drive. But that shouldn't be too bad. I could go... let's go... 45 kilometers? Those were 25k jumps, and we weren't making a ton of progress. I am a little further along now. Let's see if I can jump better to it. Nah, this is... oh, there we are. I still think I'm getting planetary gravity, because the gravity well of the moon is much lower. Okay, let's hope I don't overshoot. But even if we do, that puts us on a good course. Oh no, that looks good. Now we should be clear and direct for lunar touchdown. I doubt I'll need to go that far, though. Oh, but maybe I will. See, now I can up it slowly. Okay. So that would put me on moon, so 85 will do. Then maybe a couple 5K jumps just to position us in there. That's the thing, especially in these sort of or short distance maneuvering jumps. That's terrifying. I think it's an asteroid. Yeah, that asteroid is casting a shadow. It's just like this giant thing moving. Yeah, these short distance hops are, you know, it's not all that exciting, but they get you where you need to go. Now, 25 is too close, yeah, so I'm gonna have to do a couple 5-kilometer jumps. I want to get as close to the gravity well as I can, so that I don't have to do as much maneuvering on the old miner. So we'll just kind of keep puttering our way. I could fine-tune it by going into the menu and fiddling, but yeah, we're close enough here. Okay. Oh, right. Should have probably thrown a gravity generator on here. Okay, I don't see any threats. That's the big danger, is I don't want to, if I leave right when, like, a reaver shows up, I don't want to have the ship sitting here defenseless. GPS. New from current position. Alien moon orbit. This moon has a name. I can't remember it, so we're calling it Alien Moon. We'll just leave that there so we know where we parked. I also think this moon has, well, you can see it. It has an atmosphere. So I could use parachutes to land, but I don't think I will on this one, because I shouldn't need to. I should be able to land and take off on a single tank of fuel with no issue. Oh, tanks. Stockpile off. Okay, this is it. The first new planet touchdown. We'll just boost towards it. No need to even boost that hard. Cruise until we hit gravity, and then we let gravity do the rest. The ship floating out there, the planet under. This is probably going to be a lot of me looking at cool, interesting screenshot opportunities. Because there's not too much else going on in space. Hopefully at least. Oh, perfect. It's showing me progress, so that's the Explorer achievement is the one I'm looking for. That will be... Oh, and it said of 6. I wonder if I don't need to get to Pertram. I still will go to Triton and Pertram because it's fun to do so. But, I may get the achievement before that. I should have my HUD up. We're very close to the moon. These things really... Oh boy. Jesus Christ. That was... Okay. Thank God it's a moon, so it's not got high gravity, but... Seeing the ground approach so quickly... It's the downside of looking at pretty vistas, I suppose. Okay. So. Boots. Oh. That's impressive. Hold on. Look at that. That's looking cool. Okay. Boots on the ground on whatever the heck this is. So. GPS. New from current position. Alien moon. Touchdown. So that'll be how I track all these that I've not built a base on. Speaking of, so we have the cliff base. I no longer need the iron mine, but Mars Base 1 and home I want back on, because part of this adventure, my dear friends, is we're going to go and revisit our old bases. That's part of the benefit too. I have fuel refineries there, so I can land with the yellow submarine if I feel the need and refuel my hydrogen, which is handy. So that's that. Lovely place this is, but it's time to hit the road. Okay. So dampeners on, boosters on. Aim back at alien moon orbit. And turn off the retro thrust, and away we go. No, there we go. Turned off the wrong thrust. I don't know how to fly this thing. I was just about to comment like, wow, it's been a while since I've flown this thing. It sure has. Well, from there, we're roughly 168 kilometers from the moon, or from the cliff base. I think we're already out of gravity. Wow. Those moons are no problemo. We'll just burn like that for a second. Just because we might as well. Get myself nice and straight as I coast. Oh, and then hit the brakes because we're fast approaching the ship. Are we gonna... Oh, is it gonna be perfect? Oh, just a little bit. If I'd waited a half second, I would have coasted right to dock. Okay, we need to turn those off, though. Okay, that was easy. On to the next one. There, thrusters off, locked down. I don't even need to worry about refueling. So we got fuel for days. Okay. So, our next destination is going to be the moon around Mars, which also has a name, and it's a real place. I still don't remember it. Oh. Oh, I thought that was Mars. No, that's Pertram then. Oh yeah, because Mars is right there. Okay. Well... Now, I don't know where the moon on Mars is, and I can't quite see it from here. Can I see it if I get in a turret? Where are you, Mars? There you are. Yes, right down there. Maybe if I turn... Okay, if I turn my HUD off, it's impossible to aim. I think it was right about here-ish. We're so far away, it really doesn't matter, because we can make little course corrections, but... now... we want the full range we've got. So... 2,000 kilometers, it'll be about halfway there. That should be good. Whoops, I moved. Hopefully it still goes where I wanted it. One way to find out. Okay. Now I've burned some uranium and recharge. I'll leave the hydrogen engines off because, well, I don't need them. But let's get ourselves cruising up to speed here. Very slowly. Maybe 30 meters a second will be good. I don't need to go super fast, especially because on ion only it's very slow to brake. I can always kick on Oh, right. I can always kick on the hydrogen to brake quicker if I need to. But that should just keep me cruising so that I'm not a sitting target for anything. Maybe we'll go up to 50. I'd go up all the way up to 100, but it'll just take forever. While we do that, oh, look how small the alien planet is. Goodbye. We're on our way back to Mars. Okay, 56. That'll be good. It's fast enough that anything that spawns nearby, I'll be leaving. You know, at a good enough clip to not have to worry too much about it. I can always kick on the hydrogens and get it all the way up to 100 if I sense something threatening nearby. How long? 5 minutes for the jump drive. Should have installed Snake on this thing. Oh, I could have put it right there on the terminal. Would have been perfect. Except for the notable danger that I literally cannot see anything. A space pirate Ubumbo? Okay, what's an Ubumbo? These are both called Turret 5. That's not helpful. Is this the right Turret 5? Yes, it is. Oh, it's an interesting looking thing. Doesn't seem... Yeah, I think it's just kind of on a parallel course. Doesn't seem to be too interested in little old me. I am relatively stealth since I have my antenna off. I don't really have much of a need for an antenna to be on, so... Yeah, we should be alright. This is cool to see, like, the asteroids moving nearby and then the planets way off in the distance. And again, it's an interesting thing Space Engineers gives you, because the scale is obviously nowhere near the real universe. But you still get that sense of, like, wow, this is a massive open place. And I think, you know, there are worlds and games that are insanely massive as well. I think what Space Engineers is the fact that you can see all of it. You know, give or take a little bit. Because it's in space and so much of the map area is just empty void, I can look and see something that's in-game 5 million meters away. You know, 5,000 kilometers. I don't know how that works. Many kilometers away. I can just see it. And it's there. And it's not like it's rendered there in a map and, you know, in the background, and as I get closer it spawns a new world that has it. No, that's actually voxel of Mars sitting over there, and I can just see that far into the distance to see it. It's there are LODs and whatnot, so it's a very simplified version of Mars, but you know, the concept is there. The fact that it's, I know everywhere in between this point and that thing I can see, I can go to. There's not much reason to, aside from just getting there, but I don't know. It's one of the things that Space Engineers does a lot of things interesting, and that's one of them. Why am I down to 44 minutes? I was at 3 hours. I wonder if my batteries are dying. No, fully depleted in an hour. Not out of uranium, am I? No. Don't know. Could have sworn it said 3 hours before. Huh. It's odd. Maybe it's doing some, No, it shouldn't be, because the O2H2 generator on board should be off. Are you... Oh, no, you're on. And you're on. Maybe it's processing something? Do not know. Okay. We're fast approaching our second jump, towards Mars. Now, just in future planning, so we'll jump to the moon of Mars, then jump down to the Mars base, and we'll head for the Earth moon, go back down to the Earth base. If we need fuel, we'll get fuel. Now I guess after Earth, we jump down to what's just in the lower right hand side of the ship at the moment, is Titan, or Triton. Titan is the moon of Mars, I think. Or Titan was the moon of the alien planet. Hard to say. So we go to the big white ball, and I don't think it has a moon, neither does Pertram. So we just hop on down to the big white ball and then shoot on over to Pertram, which they almost, from this position, look like they might be sort of triangle-y. It's hard to tell. I don't know the distance between these planets. I think I said earlier. I will know after I do this, because I'll be able to tell every time I get to a new planet. Oh, okay. I believe we are ready to jump. So I'm keyed in. We are 2,229 kilometers from the Mars base, and it looks like the moon might be, just based on size, might be even further. So, another full jump ought to do us. Oh. Hello, Mars. And hello, Moon. And the Earth. Comparatively, the Earth is very close. I guess Earth and Mars aren't that distant, generally. Yeah, it's only about a jump from here to the Earth. That looks like the Earth moon just kind of above Earth. It almost looks like a star at the moment, but this section should go fairly quickly. Then that white planet looks... it might be as far away from Earth as Triton is to us. Or as alien planet is to us. Probably won't be too long. I mean, we can travel faster than light, so too long comparatively is whatever. Yeah, it looks like if I land kind of around this area of the moon, I'll have a pretty good shot down to where the Mars base is. Let's turn on that and try and redirect myself here. Okay. I may actually slow... Nah, what we'll do is just keep going at this speed, and then once we get to our final orbit position, we'll hit the hydros on and stop ourselves. Yeah, so now we say 3 hours. I don't know why we were at 44 minutes. Unless maybe a battery decided that it was okay to charge instead of put out charge? I don't know. Who's to say what technology does? Well, that's cool. So that... I sort of saw that rock as a, I don't know, a very big rock further away. It's actually a small rock that's quite close, with a bunch of little rocks kind of coming off it. There's some more clusters. Let's turn that back on. As much as I like the nice cinematic visuals, I'm kind of paranoid about something sneaking up on me. Well, I don't have my HUD up to warn me. Hello, asteroid. Oh, can I... This is maybe a stupid decision, but I kind of want to stand on the deck and watch it go by. Hello. That reminds me of being on a cruise ship in Alaska and watching icebergs go past. Can I hop up here? This is another great thing Space Engineers does. Now, with a gravity drive or a gravity generator, this part would be less awkward. But just being able to walk around, because we're still moving at 66 meters per second, and I could just walk around my ship. I can stand on the bow as we cruise through space. Now, most of the time you don't design your ship with an external deck. I guess you could. Some do. I did. Actually, oh, that's okay. It doesn't like standing on the corner. I've actually done this. Every large ship in this series has had an area of external deck. This one maybe takes it to a different level. But, yeah, just being able to walk around and do stuff in a physics-based space game where you're walking around on a vehicle. You could stick something there. That was a waste of space. Is there one on the other side, or... Yeah, there is. Oh, those could hold batteries. Yeah, well. Yeah. I don't know. It's very fun, and so often when I play this game, I don't really have the opportunity to do it. Because so much of what I do in this game is design ships. And various other things and build them and put them onto Workshop and Creative. I don't spend a ton of time flying around in them. Well, look at... Oh, I've got to go back up on deck for that. Hold on. Look at that! Just cruising past these giant rock formations in the sky. That's real cool. Yeah, I didn't spend enough time doing this. It's part of what this series was kind of meant for. Was, giving me an opportunity to play survival long term and actually go through with it. Actually, like, play to an end point. Because that's the downside of Space Engineers, is there's not really an end. Unless you define your own, like building a base on the 3 main planets. You're just kind of here in a world, and you're just there to exist. You know, you can build up a base, and once you have your base built how you like, you say that's the end. That's how I intend to end most games I play survival, like survival building games like this. Oh yeah, 63 days of power. I think I have enough charge. Let's go ahead and just... We'll knock it right back and then kick it up a bit and see where it yells at me. Just kick it up a bit more. Okay. It's somewhere there. Let's do this. Okay. Hello, icy planet. Oh. Really, hello, icy planet. I'm in gravity. Okay. I think we may be landing. I need to kick on those. Right. Well, I got the achievement for exploring, so that's neat. I'm still gonna go to all the other places, because I've got to now. Right. We aren't very deep in gravity, and again, especially on moons, it's not really much of an issue. I could, with very little fuel usage, I could land this whole thing and take off again. It's more just a matter of, well, principle a bit, and my biggest concern is I don't want to, accidentally fly into a gravity well unprepared, not realize I'm in it, and then by the time I realize I am, it's too late and I'm planting myself into a planet. Taking off. And we'll just kind of... new GPS. We'll just name it that, and I'm gonna get rid of that, because we don't need it. We just need the proof that I landed on each place. What is... Ooh, Pirate Vulture. Oh, there's a space station right here. I don't think that Pirate Vulture will be an issue. The guns are on. We'll watch it and see. I may have to make a hasty return up if it seems to be closing in on the submarine. Okay. Hello, Ice World. Oh. Hello, Space Pirate Beacon. And Clang Heavy Industries. Maybe that's the... Oh no. That's another... Probably another orbiting base. Maybe I'll stop by that orbiting base and check it out while I'm here. Not really dealt with those much. This is a good place, considering everything is hydrogen powered, more or less. This is a good place to restock. Let's see if that's a good... We aren't really in the sun, which doesn't help, and the angle's not great. But that's a pretty neat look. And, yeah, if I'm right, that corner, basically dead ahead up there, that is the Mars base. Unless it's on the other side. I hope it's not. That would be a pain. But I remember we were right on the edge of the polar cap, so that we could get reliable ice sources. Well, let's go up to this fella. We'll use our boosters a bit. We're kind of semi-ballistic, operating like a real rocket at the moment. But that should be fine. And with how little fuel it takes, it's a much smarter option. Ooh. Plus, in these safe zones, you can, they disable damage, so like if I just kind of... See, I just bounce. It is a neat place. Look at this. Oh, it might be smart too, because my grid will be protected while I'm in here. I should come and dock on these things whenever I can, because they're friendly, they're peaceful, and they'd provide me some protection. So let's see what this place is about. Oh, so this is just gantry for a large ship. Where is... Oh, there's the... You can just see if I can stand somewhere reasonable. You can just see us kind of warped through the field out there. Now I'm standing on a rail. Yeah, it's a little hangar area. Is this an airlock? Yep. That's neat. Yeah, this is lovely. Great view of Mars. I wonder... I feel like these are vanilla, these stations. They're from the economy update from back in the day. I feel like there should be railing there as well, but I'm not a stickler. These are probably hand-placed in the world as part of how they work. Because there are... So, there are places like this. There are actually, like, ships and things that are hand placed in the world that you can find. Like, just derelicts and junkers, in addition to the space pirate wrecks that'll appear and broadcast their little maydays. So, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like this. What is... oh, access denied. I wonder if... I want to see if I can get into these vents. That would be neat. I don't want to see enough. Unfortunately, I can't grind or anything, so I'm just kind of at the mercy of the visitors. Oh yeah, so it's like the security there, and then my guess is the stairs lead up to this little overlook for the hangar. I'm curious. Oh yeah, there is. There's understructure. Various cargo bays. Oh, that just leads in there. Looking for holes, ways to get in sneakily. Now I'm not seeing them. Yeah, well. I could always, if I really cared to, I could turn on creative mode and allow myself to use the, use any terminals, but... whoops. Dampeners are important. I think we're good here. I do like that idea, though. If I find one near where I want to stop, I should really make use of these things as docking points. Because then, too, I don't need a GPS to know where my ship is. Because I just go to the beacon that I'll be able to see from the surface. So get back to the ship and then head down to the Martian surface. Where am I? I'm approaching from below. That is fine by me. Jangle ourselves around. We've not got our big boosters on, so it's controllable. It's a lot of clacking various keys, dealing with weird angles, but here we are. Whoops. So, we've done that. Yaw ourselves around. And I think we have plenty of fuel, so we'll just kind of get ourselves into position, and then this will be another, whoops. This will be another flight with the miner. I'm gonna aim, let's try up here. The reason I'm kind of aiming so high up above the target is because in a straight line I'd have to fly through a bunch of gravity, whereas doing that I'm pretty much dead above the planet. And now I can roll it on back and still not jump because I'm too close. Alrighty. I didn't put a Mars GPS. Okay, well, we'll use the one from the... And I deleted Vic Viper 1. No, I didn't. Mars Moon. Okay. That's close enough. So, I think with this one again, we'll just kind of land. The lander has enough thrust, or the miner has enough thrust. I should be fine. And because there's fuel down there, or at least the means to refine it. There's probably some left in tanks. I should be good to, I can use up some fuel, fill up once I'm there, and then depart again. So, let's make new GPS for Mars orbit. And away we go. Nothing on the scope. We're looking good. This will be nice. It's been quite a while since we've been to the Mars base, so it'll be fun to see the see what life is like here. Now, unfortunately, I am at a bit of an angle. Let's here. Boosters will remove. Do I have a group? Boosters, thrusters, and forward thrusters. Is this... No, that's my up thrusters, not forward. Alright. What I'm gonna do... delete that group, because we don't need that. Let's go... backwards and braking thrust. There might be an E in there. Sure, why not? So what I can do with these, so if I turn those off and then turn dampeners on, I'm now dampening my motion in every direction except for back, which lets me cruise. I feel like I've done this before in the series. I've definitely done it before in my life. It is a very good way of conserving fuel while still having the benefits of the inertial dampeners. It lets you fly more like, say, an aircraft would, where you've got lift. You are just, you know, free floating forwards. And it may take a while. Forget how deep the gravity well on these planets is. Guess I could time-lapse it and hope nothing comes to kill me. Far enough away from the miner, we should, or from the submarine, we should be all right. Back out of time-lapse, probably. Base is in sight, so let's kick on those. Nose up. Nose up a little more to stop. We're mainly moving forwards. Okay, we're here. Yeah, we are quite able to stop here on Mars. Now, if I'm right... Oh no, there is a landing pad, but it's full currently. Ah, look at this. It's been a minute since we've been here. Oh, I've still got the awkward pillar out the top. I feel like I meant to fix that and improve it somehow. But, well, here we are. Okay. Plenty of fuel. We'll probably top off anyway. Let's... You can just see the alien planet in the distance. Can I get the whole... If I crouch... It's a very wide shot, but... There we are. It's a very wide shot and the middle ground is just empty space. Okay, screw the other planet. The Mars base. Since we're here, we might as well take a tour. Walk around. We'll go up this side. Turn that on just to make sure, again, no unfriendlies show up. Have the... This came out really well. I think this was where I first got the, I forget what pack these are from. DLC for this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I had the catwalks. But... Oh, that's gonna take forever. We aren't doing that. Up there at the top is just the top of a tower. It's pretty neat. I'm sure. It's not like there's much to look at. It's a desert wasteland. Now you can just see the top of Earth cresting over the hill. That's fun. Oh, and we'll get there in a second. I never got rid of the lawn chair. Pressure. This base works so much better in terms of pressurization, I think, just because it's small and reasonable. Yeah, look at that, with the sun shining through. Very much oversaturating the image with light. Pipes going everywhere. This was before the fancy tubes that we have now. Any of that stuff, so... God, I think these are, yeah, the O2H2 gens. Assembly. It's a little bit... I don't know. It's interesting, this big open space now, because it's... Well, it's definitely not how I've done the last one. I don't know how pleased I am with having things just kind of... They just seem haphazardly placed in a big room instead of having purpose to them. These parts were fun. Remember, we have the medical bay. Got our bunk room, which is pretty crowded. A little bathroom in there. Then up here. This was one of the first time... Well, this whole place is where I started doing the time lapses, really. But I was very pleased with the one I did up here. I think it was the first one I did where I believe I talked about this in my recap episode at the 1-year anniversary. But it was the first one where I did little snippets. So, like... That was the wrong button. It's like I'd be standing here welding this, and I just, like, did a cut of just, here I am, I'm welding. Here I am, I'm welding over here. And it turned out really well, I thought. Good. That's how you get around a bar. Yeah, let's pop out the back here. One thing that is cool, and I didn't intend to do this. Oh, there's plenty of fuel in these tanks. My intent was always to basically build one of these, get to space, and then I was going to start a new save, just to keep down on save size, the amount of blocks in the world, all that jazz. But it just didn't really work out with how I ended up doing it. I just never remembered and then started in the next place. So, everything has been here this whole time. But that's really cool just because, like, I know there's the alien world. The cliff base is just sitting there. And it's just going to sit there. All this time, this base and the Earth base have just been sitting there. And that's the knowledge of that persistency in the world is really neat to me. Yeah, I've got my my lovely little little chair, my little umbrella. I turned this into a little thing later because this umbrella was cheated in. I did not create this in survival with that level of skill. It's not impossible too, but if nothing else, I wanted to be able to copy and paste it so I could get it aligned the right way. But yeah. It's fun. We'll go back in, go into the garage. What did I leave here? A whole ton of stuff. I could take some more ammo and whatnot if I want to. I think I'll be good. Alright, and this we can actually open this up a bit. Because this was a covered walkway. Oh, the blue Buzzy. My goodness. I can't remember. That'll be something to find out. I can't remember for sure if the original Buzzy is still on Earth. Or if it got torn down at some point. Yeah, we'll go out and look at those in a second. And we've got the garage on the buggy, the Rambler, which has been on the workshop. I think a lot of the stuff from this base ended up on the workshop already in the first posting. I will be putting the Yellow Submarine and Miner probably as a set. Will probably go on the workshop, this final version of them. And I'm thinking I may upload this entire world to let people explore and mess around in. Just for the heck of it, you know. But, yeah. This was, it was a decent car. It sort of worked. It did not work quite as well as I'd hoped. But, good fun. Then we've got the Martian Fighter, which, funnily enough, talking about being on the workshop, I've actually used this thing quite a lot, because it's the fighter that I have that's sort of my go-to creative built, just messing around fighter is well, it's now a mix, but it was mainly heavy armor, and it still has a bunch. This was the easiest light armor fighter I had, so for a lot of my testing I've been doing recently with the Warfare update, I've been using the Martian Fighter here to test survivability, and amazingly, it actually works. I'm able to take down a large grid turret with this thing now without it being cored like an apple. So, with the way the game works now, I betcha I could actually use this thing to take down a ship, which is pretty neat. Then there is something, the Weldy. I didn't say goodbye to the Weldy. Well, it knows in its heart that we love it. But even it was a little more complex. There's something about just the rugged simplicity of these little drones. They're very much just like, this is built for a sole purpose, and it just has to function. And it function it did. Yeah. It's nice being back here. In this harsh-sunned desert oasis. Or not even oasis, it's just a desert. Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do real quick... Turn off those. We'll just fill up the last little bit of fuel since we're here and there is some. And then we'll head back up to space. Tank. Stockpile. Okay. Well, without further ado, yeah, we don't need a GPS because we live here. Let's turn on our boosters. Aim for orbit. Throttle up. Turn off the braking thrust. And we're off. Goodbye, Mars, again. It was lovely visiting. Okay. Roll it right on back. Yeah, we need next to no thrust to go up, which is very handy. Okay. And now we just kind of cruise. Okay. Turn off our boosters now that we're here. And time to redock. Ugh. I cut that out from the video. That was the plan, but my god, that takes some time. Okay. 3 lock off. Perfect. Let's get moving. Now, luckily, Earth is much closer. So, yep, home. Spin around this away. Yeah, so I should be able to make it in a jump. Now, one thing I'm not certain of is if that is the moon or a much further away planet. I think it's the moon. So we're going to aim there. But you know it's a bit of a toss-up. So, jump drive, full distance, then it's 1887. Let's do 1940 something. That'll get me close. Because I don't think I'll be accurate enough to actually tell I'm in the moon's grav range. So, yeah, without further ado, so long Mars, and hello Moon. Okay, yeah, that wasn't that bad. That's definitely the moon. I'm definitely on track. Let's turn off those. Get ourselves coasting just like 20 meters a second. Just enough to have a little bit of motion. Oh, hello? Video, are you okay? Okay, that was a game freeze. Hopefully that does not indicate a major problem encroaching on my location. Is that? Hold on a second. That there... That is a ship. Oh. Well, that's eerie. I don't know what it's doing there. I'm tempted to go poke it. I don't want to take the submarine in. That would be too risky. But, okay, I think home is in that valley. Hopefully. So that should mean I can from here get to home pretty quick. Dang, I don't want to take a ship in. If I pass close by, I might be tempted to try and fly there on my jetpack just to see. My concern is it could just be a derelict. It didn't look too damaged, but if we pull up our turret again. Where am I? Yeah, it doesn't look... It looks to be in good functioning order, honestly. But we are quite a ways away, so it's hard to tell. My bigger concern is that it's heavily armed and just kind of waiting there. And if I got too close, it would be displeased with me. So I don't know. Knock our jump range back. I'll sort of be passing it, but I'll probably jump past that distance. It could also, I mean, there's all kinds of horrible. It could wake up and start following me. It could call in a bunch of attack drones to defend itself that blow me up. Don't know. I'll keep cruising until I'm kind of parallel to it. Keep an eye out for anything sketchy looking. And if I've not jumped by then, I may pause there and then go out just in my jetpack. The danger with that is I risk losing all my equipment. I brought a spare set of slightly worse tools with me, but I don't have a spare gun or bottles. Granted, if I go back to Earth, there should be... I assume I left some resources. I could probably manufacture myself some stuff if I need to. So that may be the strategy. Because I'll be able to respawn here. Oh. Okay. A P-100 Proton cargo ship. That seems to be just passing by. Yeah, just sitting. It's like in between me and that asteroid. That's weird. That's real weird. I'll know if I get within 2 clicks of it because I'll be able to target it. Yeah, and I can't. Okay. Nothing else. You're... Oh. This course is somewhat close, but I think we'll miss each other. I'm getting near coming along this guy. Moon is still a fair way off. Again, worst that happens, so long as I go in on foot, keep the submarine at a safe distance, I should be able... I'll be able to respawn here. I may lose some equipment, but I'll be able to jump away onto the moon, keep my course going, and try and escape whatever this thing is. It's got a bunch of hydrogen thrusters. Look there. And those are, by the scale and the distance, those are big ones. That thing means business. And it looks like a derelict. From the... Well, not really even, because it doesn't look beat up. I can't see any thrusters on, but that could just be that I'm too far out of range. Okay. 5 clicks. But it looks like he's on a different trajectory. Okay. I'll wait till I'm right dead parallel and then hold position. Those look like they might be weapon emplacements up there. I can only assume that the thing's gonna be unfriendly and shoot back. It's just a matter of could I get into it. We are nearing the moment. Still approaching that other guy, but it looks like we're about to pass him. Okay. What are you doing? Yeah, he's gonna be passing behind me, so that's safe. Okay. Let's slow ourselves down here. And... Oops. I want to take the slightly worse equipment. Leave a bottle. And put... Where'd I get... Must have ground down a thing? Why don't I remember doing that? Weird. Okay. So. Everything I don't want is in there. We'll keep the drill because it doesn't matter. I've got 1 hydrogen bottle for emergencies. Okay. Get rid of Mars orbit. I don't need alien magnesium. Yeah. New from current position, we'll just call it that. Okay. Away we go. It's not that far away. thing is big, whatever it is. Fairly close. Not seeing bullets yet. Those are definitely guns. Okay, there's a gun. Huh. It could shoot the heck out of me if it wanted to. I think this is maybe the right way. It's like a big old whale. Look at it. It's out of power. Okay, so it is a derelict. Oh, gee-oh. Some sort of carrier, I guess. Refineries out the wazoo. Ton of guns. And a ton of hydrogen tanks. Are any of those? They're all half full. My god. That's a lot of tanks. All these batteries. There are no sensors on board. I don't think I want to risk firing it up. Though actually, hold on. Now this thing's unowned. What is this timer? Nothing. It's just there. This isn't hostile. Huh. So I think, funnily enough, I was talking about these just a moment ago. I believe this is one of those encounters. Just the random ship encounters. I don't know if this is modded or if this is vanilla. But that's 100%. This is just a ship sitting out here in space. I could try and kick power on, though. Again, I'm a little wary of what it'll do. They aren't set to target neutrals. Sure. Here goes nothing. Oh boy. Yeah, that's something, alright. Okay, and there are jump drives on board? God, if I just stumbled upon this before this point, this would have been a score. It's pretty simple. This is an engineering bay by the looks of things. Some sort of crap ton of reactors. I may steal the uranium out of this thing if I can. If I can find a access port somewhere. Because this would be... If it's full of uranium, this'll keep me going for an eternity. Especially considering I'm not going very far. Yeah. This thing's weird. Okay, got an airlock. Got the 2 jump drives. So this... Yeah, that's down there. This goes up. My guess is that these go to the various bridges. There's a med... No, 2 med bays. I mean... Accommodations are a little Spartan, but... All things considered. Hooey. This, I guess, was that forward bridge. Yeah. Where's this pointed? To the alien planet. That's interesting. If this is vanilla, it would have been hand-placed, which makes me think it's a little, like, storytelling. They were trying to go to the planet and something happened. Let's head up to the main bridge. Okay, a little server room and... Huh. Yeah, look at this. Fully operational, fully hydrogen run, which is wild. I mean, this thing's a beast. No real need for it, but cool nonetheless. I think there was, yeah. Let's see. No uranium on board. That'd do it. Well. Alright. Maybe we'll just kind of leave this here for the next guy. So I don't have much of a need for it. Nothing I can really take, so... Okay. That was a fun little diversion. Not particularly helpful, but interesting nonetheless. It's gonna make this episode run long time, but I kind of knew that was coming. I guess my timer's somewhat incorrect because it is showing a lot of time that'll probably be cut out. Okay. Well, that was an exciting adventure. Let's dump off those, get back my better tools. Do this whole kerfuffle. There we go. Okay. Well, now jump drive should be more than ready to take us to the moon. So, goodbye, interesting derelict spaceship. Hello, moon. Now, I doubt I can do another little jump, but we'll just check to see. Oh, I can. Can I do a slightly less little jump? No. We'll just get nice and cozy for the sake of it. Okay. And now I am as close can be. New GPS, delete the old one. To the moon we go. It's interesting that I didn't go here originally. I thought about it, but I was like, well, there's not really much point. That is an unfortunate thing in Space Engineers. There's not really a ton of reason to go travel to different planets. I guess I say that. There is, so the moon is the closest source of platinum to Earth. That's reliable. So there is a good reason to go to the moon. The thing is, there's not a huge reason to use platinum. So, oh, that was a hang-up. Oh, there's a super gremlin. Somewhere. Hopefully it's not on any sort of nearby course to the submarine. Looks like all the trade stations here are kind of far away, so couldn't hide there. But, I don't know, I figured just going to Mars would be quicker. I think Mars might have platinum too, I can't remember. But it definitely has, you know, gold and silver in decent abundance. And for me, it was part of the mission, which is kind of the guiding light for everything I've been doing. Let's kind of orient ourselves landward. And stop. That was well timed. I can tell it was well timed because I stopped breathing as soon as I hit decelerate because I was afraid. It's also, I mean, I guess it is the moon. It's not renownedly smooth, but my lord, Let's just kind of stick that on there. Take a little hike. And see what. Now that's a pretty good shot. Except for the shadows on Mars. But if there were shadows, not shadows on Mars, there would be shadow here. So. Yeah, not much to see here. Alrighty. We'll just kind of hop ourselves straight up, because actually, we're probably on escape trajectory now. Or at escape velocity, rather. The moon is quite easy to leave. Oh, I forgot a GPS. I'm really bad at that. We'll just put one here. Call it moon. There we go. Okay. And somewhere pretty much dead above us is the ship. Right there. Just kind of recorrect our trajectory to that. Nice and easy. That super gremlin is disturbingly close. Oh, geo. Okay. Let us put on those. Do a quick old dock. I don't know what distance they get unhappy with you, but it's probably close. Okay. Ready, thrusters connected. Don't mind me, Mr. Gremlin. I am just a traveler. Okay. Right. Let's point ourselves this away. Towards home. Okay. 200 kilometers. I am going to go ahead and kick the hydrogen on and start moving. Just, you know, be on the safe side. Okay. GPS, you delete. You targeted. Let's... So that's 200 kilometers. Yeah, that will not work. That won't work. That won't work. Oh boy. There we go. Jeez. Oh, I'm actually... Probably didn't do that well, because not only was I not quite aimed the right spot, but I'm going kind of direct line at it. Which isn't what I want. We'll kind of... maybe coast this way and do a little 5-kilometer number. Again, I want to be right over top so I can easily drop down. Oh, unless... Hold on. That might... I think that's on the other side of the planet. I have a funny feeling. Here. Let's, real quick. Where am I? It's the Martian moon. We are going to do... Yeah. Okay, I've engaged the long-range sensors and we're going the wrong way. We're gonna have to fly through the planet if we wanna do this. So, alrighty then. Let's do a jump out this way. We're just gonna kind of triangulate our way over around the other side. Okay, hello wherever I am. Now, right. So that's where I should be. So what I want to do is once my jump drive charges, I'm going to want to try and jump as vertically over there as I can. I guess while I do that... Oh, actually, we're ready. Okay. So I can jump there. I don't think I want to jump there. So it's 148 dead. Let's do 165. Okay. Right about there-ish? Sure. Let's see what this do. And whoop. I've overshot it a bit. Dang. Okay, back the other way. This is always fun. Maybe I'll kind of layer myself flat. Okay. So let's just do 45 kilometers straight this way. Straight this way, this way. Okay. Really putting the mileage on this jump drive. You know what? Good enough. We'll do it angled. Huh. I'm thinking, okay. Feels like a bit of a cop-out, but hopefully this doesn't... I'll blur most of this. Most of this is blurred. You can go away. View achievements. I want to see what exactly I'm meant to do. So... Explorer is the achievement. Visit all planets and moons in survival mode. Oh, so I guess it's just universal. It's just to land on all of them. And doesn't... Or maybe it does, because I've been to Triton and Pertram separately. Is there another one? Oh. Playing it cool. No. Okay. So I've done the achievement. The reason I'm kinda stammering around right now is it's been over 2 hours of recording. I've still got 2 planets to go to, and frankly, I don't want to go to them. So, I think it's a more fitting decision to finish this where I started. Not quite how I started. I was right outside the atmosphere. Not quite how I started, but yeah, I think we're just gonna take ourselves down, land at the Earth base, and that's that. Back home again, where it all began. So let's real quick while I'm here. I don't need those. So, I'm just gonna, similar to what I did before, minor thrusters, braking thrust. Where is backward thrusters? Okay. No, that, I've goofed it. I have goofed it. Well, no. I know what I'm doing. Okay. We'll turn those on. Turn those off, because we're going into a planet. Now, that turns off all braking thrust. I can course correct with my normal thrusters and cruise. My Atmos are on too, so I won't forget them when I get to atmosphere. Okay. In we go. I think this will be a time lapse too. Okay, so I'm gonna end the time lapse because yeah, I'm flipping over. I think I've gone quite a ways off target. Come on. Yeah, so we're just gonna nose up and then drift into home over there. I was gonna say we were heading for like this area, and I saw it's gone now. There was some sort of little white thing on like the top of one of these cliffs, but not seeing it now. I thought maybe, oh, that's home. Not home, we were a mile off. But we'll get to do a nice little cruise over the valley. There's our ice lake where our ice base is. Oh, and in fact, I think I can see it. Just to make out a grid down at the GPS marker. Go ahead and nose her up. Just a bit. Kick on our braking thrust. Begin a descent. God. We have not been here in a long while. Wonder how everything's faring. We've never been here with this ship, which is fun. It was the scrap metal when we left. You can just see the remains of a, one of our mining rigs off to the right. There was another one somewhere. Thought it was like right below us, but maybe it blew up or I never actually built it. I don't know. And here it is, our sort of home compound. And over a year. In fact, it was a year in like January, so I think it's been a year and a month. Oh, and that red, there's the hot dog. God, I've not seen it. Now, I am realizing this place isn't actually, it's not really designed to land this thing. It was because the scrap metal had sideways connector ports. Though it looks like, oh, I put the thing on a hinge. Ah, I thought about this. Okay. Well, let's see if we can just belly down. I don't know if the thrusters there are going to cause an issue. No, they won't. They may cook the deck slightly. My goodness. It'd be nice if it were daytime, gotta admit. Though we get to see the cool lights I don't remember. Wow. Oh, look at that. There's a headhunter here. Ah, this is the thing I couldn't remember the name of. Yeah, with the missile tubes. Way before, I bet now you could do Well, you could probably do about the same, really, with the new weapons. But again, small grid ships are more viable now, so it may stand more than a, stand a fighting chance instead of how it normally was. The submarine looks so weird sitting here on Earth. Though the colors aren't too egregious. It's not quite like on Mars. In fact, that'll be how I end it. That'll be here in a second, but I do want to look around. God. Oh yeah, I forgot the hot dog was made into a VTOL. And look at that. It's missing some windows. I don't know why. You'd think those would be in there. Strange vehicle. Oh, right, and I put a med bay in the back. Goodness. It's weird to think that this, for a while, was one of my main combat vehicles. I think I've taken down more bases in the hot dog than... Nah, I probably took down more things with the headhunter, but the hot dog took down a number of bases, which is odd. Let's go... I remember I built... This was the last thing I built before leaving, because I realized that I'd built all that up but didn't have a bunk... Oh, wow. That is an ominous view. That's kind of neat. Oh, with Mars above... Oh, that's wicked. I love that. I shouldn't... Why did I put my HUD up? I need HUD off for all of this. But yeah, I built this because I realized I'd built a lovely functional base that wasn't actually, it didn't seem like someone would live there. That was sort of the idea. So we got rows of bunks, got a toilet, no kitchen, so I guess they just eat a bunch of chips and prepackaged things. But, I could go in this side door. Let's go in what I remember was the main door. Or maybe... We'll go by order of when the buildings were built. So we got the hangar. I never put a door up there. It was intended to have one. I guess it never really mattered. Yeah, this printer bay, which worked real well. Except for, of course, those being on a spinning hinge. Which caused all manner of grief. But... And the bullets. Now, it's surprising. I have, I believe, come and cleaned up some. Here's a crater. There's a surprising lack of drone parts strewn about the ground. Also, it looks like no bases on the horizon. That is a concern, as they may show up. Oh, right, and I have my executive suite. So I have a kitchen, just no one else does. Yeah, with my bunk, little bathroom here. Again, I feel like I intended to put doors here, but I guess I never got around to it. Got a med bay, the first med bay. I mean, that's really cool. This is the first block, well, I can't say that with any certainty. This is one of the first blocks I ever placed in this world. It's still there. Don't remember why those are yellow, but it doesn't look bad. Yeah, I've got my refinery, assembler, kind of the bare basics, and then this, which again, door would have been smart. Little access area. Then the basement, which is again kind of Spartan, really, when you compare it. You know? It's been a long journey. It really has. Been a long way to get to the alien planet and back. After all that, it's time for a nice lie down in my bed. Well, that's the end, folks. Thank you for joining. It has been an awesome journey. Had a lot of fun doing it. I've learned an incredible amount. And I don't think this is the end for Space Engineers. fact, I know it's not the end because I know what my plans are. You don't, but you'll see in the future. So there is going to be a bit of a hiatus. I need a little time to prep for the next big thing. But, yeah, before long, look for it. I have a brand new adventure. I intend to be, it to be a much different adventure. It's going to be a very different deal. Personally, I hope I can do it. I don't know why that pillar is on fire. I just noticed that. Never mind me. Yeah. It'll be a fun time. Hopefully it'll be much better produced and better cinematographically. That's not a word. Either way, it's going to be great. Going to be great fun. Look forward to that. I'm excited. I really am. So yeah. Guess, as always, thank you everybody so much for watching. Feel free to check out all the other stuff I've done and get excited for the stuff I'm yet to do. And until next time, bye-bye.